I didn't study history a lot in school. I actually was an English literature major with a minor in political science. Never got the degree in architecture, never got the degree in anyway.
Didn't go to law school.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. I ended up in my happy place. Yes. But I love watching documentaries. I love reading. I read a lot of nonfiction. Okay. And I find it fascinating studying different gemstones and cultures. And, interestingly enough, I was asked several years ago to speak to a group of individuals. And in preparing my talk, I'm very passionate about antique beads. Okay. And many, many years ago, I really didn't know anything about antique beads. And I was in an antique store in Dallas, Texas, one afternoon with my late husband. And when the antique dealer found out that I was a jeweler, he said, "Oh, I want to show you something." And he pulled out some of the most beautiful beads I'd ever seen. He said, "Well, are you familiar with Z beads?" And I said, "No, I have no idea what Z beads are." And he says, "Oh, well, this is a really rare set of Z beads, and they're even cataloged over here in this book." And he brought the book out and he showed me. And I said, "Well, what does something like this cost?" And there's just 7 beads, 7 beads. And he tells me that the set of 7 beads is like $26,000. And I couldn't even believe it. I had no reference. And I thought, I've just got to find out more. Like, what are these beads? And why would they be $26,000? And where is the market for this? I ended up buying a much less expensive set of Z beads from him for $500. And then, anyway, come to find out, beads are literally the very first currency that we know of in human civilization. Okay. And so we know from archaeology that we find beads that are 50,000 years old, and this would have been portable wealth. And these beads would have probably been strung on some gut or some, buffalo hide or, whatever the people were hunting and killing and curing, and it just kind of goes from there. And so I'm fascinated with how jewelry starts as one thing but then becomes another thing. But it's all about status and wealth. In the end, it's all about status and wealth.